Uh, Man, this is a lot different when we're just like recording and cropping the video and all that stuff like that. Can you guys hear me? It's the first one. Still nervous. Let me know if you can hear me. Anybody? So, okay, cool. You can hear me. Awesome. Thank you, Ryan. So, it's the first live. It's nerve wracking at best. It's raining like piss out of a boot here in Southern Ohio, but hey, we got a live going. I'll deal with it. So, what are you guys been up to? What's up, Casey? 5 people. Wow. First 30 seconds, we already broke what I expected. Mom's still not here. So, this whole YouTube thing, it's kind of new to me. Like, it's weird being the low guy in the totem pole. And, I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming that 90% of the people in here are YouTubers. But, seems like less than a year ago, like, I was watching your guys' videos and like, dude, I wonder how they do that. I wonder what kind of person they are. And it's like kind of a surreal thing that like now it's, I don't know. I've been YouTubing for almost 3 months and got to get a little bit of a following. People watch my videos and I associate on the regular with these same people that I was watching not too long ago. And like, they're really cool people. They're like, I can ask them questions, and especially like Ryan or David from Timber Designs, man, like, I can message him, and usually within like a couple minutes, it's like bam, right on me. The Whittler, man, the electric Whittler, dude seems cool. Ain't got a Facebook, but told him I need to get a hold of him. Within like a few minutes, we already exchanged emails, and a few minutes after that, it was like text messages. But figure the only way to really start this off is to thank the people that kind of helped me get here. I mean, I'm not talking about like my wife and family; they support me and through anything. They're the best, and I wouldn't be here without them. But 77 Rockets, David Ardito from Timber Designs, the Bearded Viking himself. I believe we were in Kissimmee, Florida, and I was watching one of his videos, and I was like, man, I'd love to do this. And like he just right there on the live stream, he was like, oh, you need to. And then it was 20 minutes after that, like we were messaging, and he was giving me that like how to do this, and it went on from there. Amy Joe, she's in here. She can whittle. She's cool. Kat is almost in every one of these live streams. I don't know if she's in here or not. It wouldn't matter if she was. Chick moderates. She does intros for people, stuff like that. I mean, she is on top of it. Josh, like I said, the electric whittler, just recently started getting correspondence with him. That guy is on top of it, man. He is cool. And guy that I just recently met. I've watched his videos for a little bit, but I just recently started talking to him. Was Joe from the Woodworkers DIY Lemma, spelled kind of different. I'll put it in here. But hell, you guys are probably already following. But oh yeah, and my honey is homemade, or my honey's homemade, however he says it. That guy's cool as hell too. Unlike everybody here, like, I kind of had like a weird introduction into this. I never really wanted to be a woodworker. I was flint knapping and making jewelry, if that means anything. If you go back to my Facebook page and look all the way back in the back of it, on the Whack and Shack, it was all jewelry and arrowheads and flint knapping, and like that was cool. And I don't know what it was. Call it divine intervention, or like a lightning bolt drilling me in the back of the noggin, sit from above. But I was digging through Etsy one day, and I seen this bench, and this bench was going for like $300 and some, and I was like, that is the ugliest damn bench I've ever seen. Then I got to looking at it, and this guy had sold like 1,000,000, and I was like, that is insane. So I was like, I can build that. Everybody was like, no, you can't. At the time, I owned a drill that's still hanging on my wall, and I had to borrow a circular saw from my father-in-law, God rest his soul. But I made it, I upholstered it and everything like that, and like I still thought it was like an ugly ass bench, but it looked identical to the one. Like I went all the way through it. And I done like the spline cuts and everything like that, and like that was just my first gig at it. And like everybody's like, you should try this out. And I held on to it for a little bit, and I made like toys for a shop with a cop thing like that. And I made I was still making jewelry, things like that. But like suddenly like this wood stuff, like I really wanted to start doing more and more and more and more, and then it just took off. Literally a year ago, I didn't have this shop. This was a 10 by 16 building that I never thought that I would have full, and now I barely got room to move around in it. So it's kind of it's a big deal for me. So if you guys are following like the YouTube thing, I brought it up in one of my videos, and then I kind of like threw it off the side. I was like, I'm never gonna do that shit. That's crazy. And then, like I said, I spoke to the Bearded Viking, and he was like, oh yeah, do it. And here we are. Wife and family's been super supportive of it. I'm not here to get rich or monetize or anything like that, but I like getting the audience and the shop's message out. I like having my son out here with me. There is a serious decline in creativity amongst our youth and amongst anybody for that matter. No one really wants to do anything where you can just press a button and it'll be at your house in 3 days. No one really goes and builds anything. But I would like to keep that tradition, keep that culture alive. I mean, Americans especially, we're always known as that if we can't have it, by God, we'll build it. And I don't see any reason in getting rid of that. So my opinion's for what it is, from a fat guy with a ponytail covered in tattoos and a 10 by 16 woodshed and pissing down rain. That's it. But that's kind of how the shack came to be, and I really want to do some things with it. I want to kind of progress and further it out, and I'd like to maybe do some how-tos and stuff like that. So I can't thank you guys enough. But with that being said, let's move past all that mushy stuff. What have you guys been up to? Good way to do it. My daughter knits and crochets. Yeah, David, my daughter is like a 90-year-old cat woman. She's 11 years old. She carries around a backpack full of yarn. It's awesome. I've actually noticed a lot of kids crocheting here recently, or knitting, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, they it's a big thing with them, and I think it's awesome. Like recently, the school that I work for here in Ohio, you can't have your cell phones out if you're a student. It's illegal to have a phone out during school hours. And I noticed that within like a week, all the cliques had dissolved. Hey Levi, what's up? But all the cliques had dissolved. There was no more like you're in this group, you're in this group. Like the kids like literally like playing cards and crocheting during their lunch period, and it's crazy. Like they should have done this forever ago. And I mean, I'm not trying to get political and all that stuff, but I do believe that technology to some extent is I don't know, I think it's damaging people's ability to function and damaging their ability to be creative for what it's worth. I mean, like I said, I'm just me, that's my opinion. It's like that in Orlando too. Yeah, I gotta catch up. Mine too. She's a hoarder of wood. Nah, man. My boy Vinny. Every once in a while, I get him to come out in the shack with me. He fights it, but he gets out here and he finally warms up to it. He wants to build something. The girls, it's a no bueno, man. They don't like it in the shack. One is a bookworm, college athlete, and the other is a 10-year-old cat lady. I mean, she stays in her room and crochets. So. But I don't know, technology, I guess it's not a total like horrible thing. Oh, there's 10 people in here, awesome. I don't know, I think there's some places for technology, and I think there's some places that technology shouldn't like be able to go or be able to intermingle with, let's say. Like there's a lot of people that are under the impression that laser cutters, laser engravers, and CNC, stuff like that, they're not part of woodworking. And then you have your purists that if you're not using planes and chisels and stuff like that, it's not really woodworking. I don't know. I kind of ride the fence in that area. One, I believe that like lasers and CNCs, and I'm not saying this just because I've got one. I mean, if I didn't believe this, I wouldn't have picked one up to begin with. But I think that they're a tool, and if they're used as a tool and not your entire means of your craft, that I think it's okay. I mean, you can't literally have a laser engraver and then an Amazon cart full of stuff that you're going to throw in your laser engraver, then call yourself a woodworker at your next craft show. You've got to like build stuff to put in the laser engraver. Use your laser engraver as like an accent, personalizing stuff like that. But it just, I'm not saying anything bad about people that do that. By all means, make your paper. But on the other end of it, I'm not like the guy that you have to have planes and chisels to be an actual woodworker. I mean, if either one of those far ends of the spectrum were the truth, I wouldn't fit it anywhere. You do have your more like technical stuff. Like I've seen guys on there with chisels that are cutting through like walnut like they're butter, and I'm like, how do they do that? Yeah, just like David says, we all have our own style and method. That's one thing that really kind of threw me off and scared me on getting into the community with this was, I don't know, it's either hot or cold. There was no in the middle of it. It's either if you used a laser, you weren't a woodworker, and if you didn't use a laser, you were a woodworker. But one of the Bearded Viking videos, when he first got his laser, that kind of like broke the ice. I had one by that time. But I used it mainly for personalizing and stuff like that, so kind of breaks the ice and transitions into that. Once I get the office done in the house, which is almost done if this rain would let off, I will have my laser engraver, my CNC, and all that stuff inside the inside my office, so I can like run those at will inside and have my wood shop kind of separated from it. Not because I think they should be separated or anything, but just because I don't have a lot of room out here, man. It's a 10 by 16 shop. I can almost touch both walls when I stand up. I'll have my own style and method. Just incorporate lasers. Yeah, like I said, like you said, I just incorporate lasers into the projects. I mean, by all means, if you want to do some kind of crazy, off-the-wall, repeated print across your project, yeah, use a laser. That's only common sense. But you can't buy 250 blank keychains, laser engrave someone's initials on them, and be like, these are my woodworking skills. You didn't have any skills other than the fact that you pressed order then play. You're a crafter. I get that. I mean, I'm not knocking anybody's thing, but that'd be the same as me making something, take it to your craft show and being like, oh yeah, he made this. You didn't make it. I made it. You just marketed it as that you made it. So, I don't know. It's level of personalized and stuff like that, you know, kind of sits different with me. So, yeah, the shack. Anybody got any idea on how I should expand this thing out? Shop or if it's still there. Yeah, I mean, a wide variety of stuff. I was literally talking about making a flint blade with a wood handle for your challenge. I'm not saying that you should knock anybody's craft. By all means, no. It's like I said, you gotta be creative. But I believe that the beef with the laser engraver and the woodworkers and stuff like that, it has went too far. So I mean, if it's not affecting you, by all means, it shouldn't bother anybody except for the people that's using it. Is it sitting on piers or is it foundation? Man, I'm on piers right now. It's literally a 10 by 16 old cedar shack. I had them deliver it, and she needs to be bigger, like a lot bigger. Napping flint is something I've never seen. I'm looking forward to seeing. Yeah, it's really cool, man. Like, it's relaxing. I got into it. I was actually messing around with it a little bit today. I made a couple points. This one's glass. It's green glass, and that one was napped with a just a piece of an antler I had laying around. This one right here is pretty cool. A friend of mine, Sean, she went to Canada. I don't know how far this is from you, David, but this is a piece of Onondaga chert. Stuff's crazy. It's got this gray slate color to it. But when you crack it, it smells straight like just petroleum. And this right here is a piece of Georgetown, I believe. Yeah, I began making a small knife out of that and didn't get to finish it up. But stuff's really cool. And like I've got antler down here where I used to make handles and stuff like that. I just woodworking kind of took over. I mean, whenever you're getting orders left, right, and crooked, and trying to shoot videos, and people are demanding stuff, it almost gets to be the point of a second job at some point, and I'm trying really hard, like, not to do that. I don't want to do that. This is still, like, this is my place. Everybody else has got their place. People might have a bar or whatever. I can have a horrible day at work, argue with a wife, do whatever. I can come here, and inside these walls of this 10 by 16 shack, everything's normal while I'm there. It, I don't know, man. It centers me. There for a while, I was kind of in a bad place, the noggin and all. But, the flint work and the flint napping kind of eased me out of it, and, then it transferred to woodwork, man. It was just like it sucked all the oxygen out of the room. I really do love this stuff. I read books on woodwork. I was never a reader by any means whatsoever. Like I said in the video, I've got every issue of American Woodworker from 92 to 97. Long story, but I got them. One of the superintendents at the school gave me a book. I can't remember the author of it, but it's called The Anarchist Tool Chest. Dude, if you guys get a chance to read that or any of the excerpts out of it, I mean, the guy's got the sense of humor of probably a freshman in high school, but he's a beast. I'll have to look up the name for it. And it's just stuff like that. Like, anything that I can get my hands on woodworker related, I am down. So, I'm missing some stuff here. What we got here? Creativity is the cure for stress relief. And by God, dude. By God. I'm telling you right now, there's been times that I could literally just go to sleep and not wake up and not really be too concerned about it. And this messy little 10 by 16 shop kept me right. I'm not suicidal or whatever. I can't say that on here. I'm not in that mindset or have been in that mindset by any means, but this is the place, man, that keeps my head right. Hey, the Everyday American, my dude. It's another local guy around here. He's got a trapping and hunting channel, stuff like that. He does fur work. Check him out, you get a chance. He's been starting at it for a little bit. He's got a pretty good channel going on there. Seen some of the stuff that he does with fur. It's pretty impressive. And I also learned something about beavers that I don't ever want to learn any more about, especially about the castor oil part that's in my shampoo, because you got to keep your top knot shiny. But yeah, the shack, it's a really small castle and a really big kingdom as far as I'm concerned, but it's mine. Watched you from day one, hear from this one. Thank you, Russell. That's awesome, man. Like I said, I never got into this to get like monetized or like hood rich by any means whatsoever, but I did want to get that message out there, so it's doing that, and I can't be any more happier about it. Like, it'd be awesome if I had like a cleaning lady for my shop. I know that one of the like next things I'm going to invest in is probably a dust collection system and an easier way to clean this place But once I get everything inside the shop, this whole wall over here with the CNCs and laser engraver and stuff like that on it, it's gone. And I'll have more room. Had to repair the table saw today, but if you notice around my shop, 90% of my tools are older than me, and I like them like that. Reliable. You can fix them yourself. But, no, Levi, I don't think I'll be making anything tonight, right offhand. I was out there working earlier and filling a couple orders. But, I don't know, on the next one I might do something like that. I was going to have a full-on rotary setup. It's supposed to have been here today. I've never done anything with a power carving or a rotary tool. That's why I was speaking with Josh and Joe last night. And I want to give it a shot. I really do. But I figured like the most high-stress situation I could do it as do it live with a bunch of people on here. The other guys do it, make it look like cake. I mean, I'm sure I can carve a smiley face into a log. Or it might be really cool and I might be able to pull off a wood spirit or something. I don't know. I want to put stuff in top of boxes, stuff like that, without using a CNC machine unless I have to. That's my reasoning for that. Thank God for Afterpay, right? But, with that being said, what's some stuff that you guys want to see on here? What's some stuff that you guys want to see me do, or where you'd like to see the shop go? Let me know in the comments if you can. 15 people, holy hell. Decorative lanterns, all different sizes, and candlesticks, different shapes and different sizes. Take the youngins back. Yeah, Debbie Braun. Low-key, that's my mother-in-law. She popped in here, and she's been hounding me about some lantern. I made one lantern today for her. Apparently that wasn't enough. I have to make her some more. Yeah, I can do some more old school tools. Everyday American, the toys. Yeah, man, I usually, last year, like, I got into the game real late. I didn't know the orders were going to blow up like they did last year. Like, the yo-yos and the tops were pretty crazy. I also made, like, dinosaurs. I'm like, no, it's not it. Like, the old magnetic fishing rods and stuff like that. I made a few of those. And, like, they just took off. Like, I couldn't keep enough of them in. Baby rattles were a big thing last year. And, yeah. So, I could probably do a bunch more toys. I got a few ideas for them. I got plans for a wagon that I drew up. Piggy banks and stuff like that. And definitely the, where do I sell my projects? Usually in person or by word of mouth. Man, I am the most horrible person ever whenever it comes down to, like, Etsy. I tried to do it once and it went straight to hell in a handbag. I just couldn't do it, man. Always wondering what works, what doesn't. Yeah. True. I don't. Most of my my orders come from word of mouth, repeat customers, or people that have found on my Facebook. They contact me through there. Like I said, I mean, I've got a pretty good client base. Not client base, but pretty good group of people that buy stuff off me. I would never call them clients by that means, but they can usually come to me with an idea they've seen, and I can make it almost what they want, if not what they want, for far less than the outlandish prices that you see online. Like I got a series of these going for a chick. Like, once again, laser engraved just so to get the texture on it. I'm going to cut these out, and then there's a roughed out table that goes in, or table leg that goes in between them. Another one of these go on top, and it's went ahead and made them out of cedar fence picket that would be waterproof, everything like that. And then she wanted a matching set of coasters with them. Apparently it's going to a friend of the family for Christmas, and she just wanted a matching set. She's seen them on Etsy, and they were, I think, $300 and some, and it's just outlandish. I I tried Marketplace and Facebook groups, but don't see much from it. No, I've never sold anything wood on Facebook Marketplace. There's a local guy that does. He does wood burning, and haven't really pried into his business to see how much he does for that. He just started out. And he's got quite a few things posted on Facebook Marketplace. I don't know if he sold him or not, but I made the Whack and Shack group, and usually everything that I post I put on there, or everything I make I put on there. People will usually message me directly from that, or see something they want through another person's page after they share it or whatever, and they'll message me directly. For instance, behind me, it's one of those giant light brights. I made one, and it's for a local family. Like I said, they have a autistic daughter. They'd messaged around and it couldn't get none, so they brought it to me. I made it online. They are astronomically priced, and then it was like 2 days later, after that video was up, a lady from I believe it's Katy or Caddy, Texas, messaged me. She wanted one, so I made it. Right now we're having a little bit of a shipping dilemma, but it's made, and for all intents and purposes, it's way cheaper than what you would buy it online from somebody that's trying to get rich off of one deal. Let me catch up here. It's a big group too, which is awesome. Yeah, I got a lot of people on there. A lot of people have been there since the very beginning. That was really surprising. No, I've never tried like the flea market thing. I've been told to go to like flea markets, but craft fairs, we do. I had plans to originally do like maybe 3 or 4 craft shows, craft fairs this year, and I've done probably about 8. Some of them were total busts, and then some of them were that we thought were going to be busts were just insanely lucrative. And then I believe I've got one more on the 28th of this month. It's a local event called like Christmas on Vernon. They do a spring on Vernon, a fall on Vernon, and then at the end of the year they'll close it out with a Christmas on Vernon. It's a pretty big craft show. They close down part of the street, bringing a bunch of local people. Lucky enough for me, there's not a whole lot of guys or gals for that matter doing woodwork and this kind of stuff in my area. So I've only got 1 or 2 other people, and they're pretty cool. I'm pretty cool with them. But it's usually, I don't know what it is. It's like the 3 or 4 hour events. It's like people come and they're just wired that they've got to empty their pocket out in like 3 or 4 hours. Whereas these 1 and 2 day events, we done one month or 2 ago, the Greenup County Old Fashioned Days, and it was a 3-day event. And like from the moment they opened the gates on the event until they had to run people out, people were spending money. And I just, I don't, there's got to be like some kind of mathematic formula or an algorithm on the way people spend money in these events or they price their stuff. I don't know. I never really got into it with the assumption that I was going to just try to get insanely rich off 3 or 4 sales. I knew that like I came up from like a blue collar family, still in a blue collar family for that matter, and I don't think that anybody should ever have to feel bad for spending a little bit of money on something they want. Like you should never have to make life and death decisions at a gas pump. Like, damn, did I eat today? So I mean, if you've got to make those kind of decisions at a gas pump, then you've probably got to make some pretty hard decisions on the stuff that's not a necessity in life. Like, nope, can't have that. But if that stuff is far less cheaper than what it's normally priced at crazy online prices, people don't feel bad about buying that stuff. And I don't know, it's kind of where I come into play. I don't think that you should have to empty the bank to buy something cool. Once again, fat guy ponytail in a tool shed, so my opinion's my opinion. Catch up here. Yeah, those are some of my projects. Sorry, I'm doing this with a phone, y'all. As soon as the Wi-Fi's hooked up, I'll have a laptop and be all professional like 77 Rockets. Okay, I'm caught up. So, my next endeavor, I would probably say once I get this cleaned out and get my stuff in there, I want to build something crazy. Like I got this one walnut box that I carry around to all my events that I steamed the. I made a walnut box and I cut a rabbit around the inside of it, and then I steamed strips of spruce fir and I wove it like basket weave through the whole top of it. I want to make, and I keep seeing it every time I go to draw something up, like a hall tree with a woven back on it, and then like a bench seat in the front of it where the top of it's woven, just like kind of like a quilt chest or something like that. That's one of my big projects that's on my bucket list here in the next, I don't know, 6 to 8 months. I'd really like to get that done. Any unseen projects to show? Let's see what we got here. We got the light bright back here. It's monstrous and taking up my shop. Get the price tag off that. It's one of the old cigar style boxes. Crows etched in the front of it. Single hinge on the top. It's made out of cherry, and I believe that is, what is that? I don't know. It's got a walnut latch on the inside of it. Keep it all centered up. That one's pretty cool. You guys seen the magazine rack that I'm still catching flack for? This thing finally broke on me. This is one of the first things I made once I figured out how to use chisels. So I gotta make a new handle for it. I'll probably do that in one of the next few videos. But it's cherry on the sides with a spalted maple center. I've actually drilled out with the Forstner bits pockets in each one of these and filled it full of lead so I can make my own dead blow hammer. And I used this forever and ever and ever. And like a dumbass, I got frustrated and smacked it off of my workbench and snapped the handle off of it. So I've kind of let it set over there for a little bit just so I could, I don't know, taste the hate for a little bit. What worker's going on? Back my way. I just finished. I think I've just about got everything out of here, to be honest with you. My door signs have, I've got a couple door signs left. But that's strictly laser stuff. I mean, I don't tell people that I 100% make all these and everything like that, but the door signs, they fit a purpose. I noticed that those are big with certain crafting events, like those go big. Yeah, I love spalted. Actually, I love any kind of spalted wood. I've got some spalted hickory that I'd never seen before. A buddy of mine, Carl, that I work with, he kind of chopped it, so I got it drying. And it's not quite ready to work with yet, but when it is, it'll be real pretty. Only qualms I've had with spalted maple or anything spalted is more often than not I'm trying to find a way to stabilize it because of like how in between the spalting lines it can get kind of punky. So that's kind of like a double-edged sword. Yeah, it's an awesome looking wood, and you can do some crazy looking things with it, especially on like a lathe. Last Breath Woodworks, check that guy out. But you've also got to stabilize it. Now, the flaming box elder, I love that stuff. It's easy to work with. The collar's insane on it. It's the softest of the maple hardwoods, if that means anything. I don't really know. But the collaring on it and all that stuff, like the story behind it's pretty crazy. But I recommend if you can find some of it, get a hold of it, because you can just do some crazy stuff with it. Camping is one piece of spalted maple. Where are you from, Robert? Usually the West Virginia, yeah. say West Virginia and Ohio, Kentucky. A lot of the wood around here, like it's kind of crazy. Southern Ohio, West Virginia. I'm sure Robert can attest to this. Um, yeah, right beside Charleston. Yeah, I was talking to you the other day, man. I'm glad you made it. Uh, a lot of the woods that people go crazy about, like walnut, maple, cherry, and all that stuff, they're in abundance here. Um, I don't know if like we just lucked out and that's in our area. I'm sure they're in abundance everywhere else, but the area we live in is, I don't know, I'd say 60, 70% wooded for the most part. I mean, you got a few little clusters of city up and down the village and stuff like that. But it's a very rural area, and there's all kinds of stuff, which also means there's a bunch of local sawmills. So a lot of the woods that you guys are further out west and everything you're paying astronomical prices for is just kind of like run of the mill stuff for us. You have to like really get something exotic for us to be just baffled by it. Walnut out the wazoo, yes sir, there is. But I've noticed that there is a lot of people look for burls, especially if you like lathe work and stuff. There is not nearly as much walnut, or not walnut, but nearly as much burl in this area as there is in other areas. Like I've been talking to people, they're like, "Yeah, we were just walking through the woods and we found this giant 3 foot burl on the side of a walnut tree." But around here, you're lucky to find a burl. I don't know if it's so crazy about how like different the weather is on a daily basis around here, or what. You see here, that stuff gets turned into firewood, would make people cry in other places. Yeah, I agree. 77 rockets, $20 a board foot out here for what? Walnut? Good lord. Tossing maple. Oh, I offer to take it. Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, any wood's good wood, right? Where does that sound? Uh, I've never really got to work with any of the crazy exotics. Yeah, $20 a board foot for walnut is insane. I can't imagine playing that. I can go ahead and say it now. About a year ago, right when we first got started, we found a local sawmill where the guy was going out of business, and I bought 275 board feet of walnut at $1 a board foot. I felt horrible, but he knew exactly what was going on. He told me that the stuff normally sells for $10 to $12 a board foot around here, but he wanted it gone so they could demo the building. And I had no qualms with paying him that money and squatting my truck to bring all that home. Had to cut a good bit of it to get it sitting here lengthwise, but I managed to fit it. I get 20%, which makes it a lot better, but that's, yeah, wow. $20 a board foot is insane. I have timber designs. They have Japanese blue collar cedar. Yeah, we do have some crazy looking wood down here though. Like a lot of the pine we get, I don't know if it's because like the beetles, like the emerald ash beetle, they say they only eat ash trees, but that's bullshit. They'll eat anything. I don't know if it's because of them or like whenever they're injured at a younger age, or because the amount of iron in the soil and the minerals in the soil down here. A lot of our woods get like crazy color hues to them and stuff. Like this piece of poplar right here. This is a piece of local sourced wood. It's got that grain to it. It's got the yellow side, all that cool stuff. Other side of it's got that kind of grain. Then on this side, you got like the rainbow streaks and all that. That's all just one piece of wood. That's not glued together. The blue cedar. Yeah, blue cedar is a thing. I would really like to get a hold of some like crazy exotics, and I've yet to break down and buy any of those. I really want to get a hold of some like purple heart, some yellow heart, stuff like that. Make some jewelry boxes, something like that. Zebra wood. I think that stuff's just beautiful. I really think it's beautiful until I start looking at the price tag. Then I don't think it's beautiful anymore. But the walnut around here it's dark, and it's always got like a crazy grain in it. And then the maple, it's just always got the curl and everything like that to it. There's a nice size sassafras tree that fell. Yes, sassafras. I've heard that. I've got a piece of sassafras actually sitting outside. Rainbow poplar is caused by specific soil minerals. That's what I thought, Dilemma. Um, there's a few different trees I've heard that you don't have to actually dry or age before you turn them. One being sycamore, one sassafras, and one I think is hickory. Now I don't know about that. I have turned a sycamore bowl. There's nothing too crazy or beautiful about the wood by any means, but it's still a bowl. I mean, it's not cracked, it's not warped yet, so there could be some truth to that. Purple Heart is beautiful wood. Yes, Purple Heart. I would love to get my hands on some Purple Heart, but like I said, I just can't. I can't fork out those kind of prices on some wood right yet. I got a house being built, and I've still got priority stuff that I gotta get in the shop before I start sinking it in exotic woods. Lathe is on my tool wish list. Yeah, man. I got my lathe from my brother. It was in like severe need of some repair, and it probably still needs some repairs. I just got up to where it's functional and it runs, and I know how to use it. Like there's supposed to be step gears on the inside of this. One of those was sheared off, so now I got a step gear and then just a regular single size sprocket that catches the wheel. I'm just getting all my wood off the ground. I dig it, Whittler. You are a genius in the economics. But I repaired it. Like I don't even have the screw drive for the back of it. You're supposed to be able to put an actual drill bit in the tailstock down here. I don't have one of those, but by God, I'm crafty. So I put a chuck into a handle that I lift up. I could put a Forstner bit or whatever in there. And if you don't have it anchored into the center of the wood, whenever you go to give her a little hole, she'll take you for a ride. But chalk that up to learning, I guess. I have used them. 4-year-old set of maple chisels. Used. Wow. But the lathe is, I don't know, man. When I first got into woodworking, like I said, I mean, I haven't been here that long, so I'm not really able to dole out any wisdom or anything like that. The lathe was my thing, dude. I could come in here, put on like some tasty jams or whatever, chuck a turd of a piece of wood up in the lathe, and I didn't care if I turned it into a toothpick, because like once you get in that just that flow of working the wood and your music in the background, man, you're done. Like, just don't make any plans for the rest of the evening or whatever. You're gonna zone out. I'm a firm believer that a lathe plus a good song or a good soundtrack is straight up hypnotism, and you'll come out of it feeling better. Might not like what you make, but while you're making it, you're gonna think that's the coolest thing ever, and you just want to make it better. So, Timber, you need to get a lathe, man. I've used them a lot. I used a 40-year-old set of maples, chisels, waiting to be used. Oh, that's cool. I will recommend, and this is just me, I don't know if the other guys on here that use a lathe, get some carbide bits, man. Some carbide tip chisels, especially if you're gonna like spin any kind of epoxy or anything like that. Those are pretty cool, and are a lot easier to keep like maintenance up on. The old the gouges, as they call them, that you got to sharpen by hand with like a strobe and all that stuff and a grinder. They're hard to maintain. They're way more durable, but they're hard to maintain. Oh yeah, Taylor. 40-year-olds. But yeah, like I don't know. I don't ever want to be a master of any of this. I know that sounds stupid. You're always supposed to want to better yourself. But I'd like to be a jack of all trades when it comes to this. Like I was talking to the Electric Whittler, Josh and Joe and them. I want to learn how to do power carving. I don't necessarily want to master power carving or be super great at it like they are, but I want to be able to hold my own when it comes to power carving. I remember when I made my first box. I was terrified, and it looked like the whole thing was shifted to one side. Went back at it and like kind of worked out the mathematics on a little bit, and finally got to where they square. And then I was like, oh man, how do you put a bottom and a top in here? So I had to learn how to cut rabbets. Literally everything that I've done on here, I've learned from YouTube and talking with a few older folks that are read from American Woodworker magazine. And I'm pretty sure that there's like times that you're watching the channel or watching the videos and you're like, why in the unholy hell is he using that like that? That's because it's the only way I know how to use it. I was never trained or anything like that. It's just I got it and I figured out how to make it do stuff, and by God, that's what it's going to do now. I get to teach a pin turning class in the morning. Dude, that would be cool. I've seen the pin turning lathes, and I've been tempted to buy one of the mini lathes. Oh wow, yeah, I would really like to do the mini lathe, but I'm an idiot, and I know that as soon as I get a mini lathe, I'm going to justify the fact that I can fit it in my house. So it should be in my house, and then you're not going to see me anymore because my wife's going to stab me. That, and I just don't have a place in my shop to put it right now. But yes, a mini lathe would be cool. I've seen some of the pins that people make, and they're meticulous, and they're just true pieces of art. Mini lathe, yeah. Mine's a rigid. I believe it's Home Depot that does the rigid lathes and all that stuff like that. But you can't really buy parts for it anymore, is what's killing me. I don't know if it's where it's so old or if it's just crap, customer service. You cannot buy any of the pulleys or spindles. You can't buy the aftermarket tailstock that goes onto it to where you can run the drill through it or anything like that. And I don't even know if they make these, but I want the support that comes out about halfway that looks like it's got rollerblade wheels on it, so you can do longer stuff and it'll keep it centered. I don't know if you got to make those or not, but I'm about that close to making my own just to have one because I think they're cool and they'd probably help me out. You can't buy parts for any rigid. Yep, see? David, he figured it out. Are they out of business or something? I have tons of rigid, no parts anywhere. Yeah, like, you can't even find parts that'll like cross over from another manufacturer. Like the pulley that I had to put on there, the flat pulley. I'm pretty sure that I spent about an hour with a bastard file and a half round rasp making that fit. Then I had to like tap it to put a set screw in it. Like it was a several hour event just to get this lathe up and running. But knock on wood, I got a lot of that around here. I haven't had no problems out of it since. Probably need to grease it up, do basic maintenance. I'll check the belts on it. But other than that, it's still holding strong. I have seen some super old Craftsman lathes and Grizzly lathes on the marketplace, and I've been about half tempted to get one. But I don't know anything about them. Maybe Ryobi or Milwaukee, same manufacturer as rigid, who knows? I don't know. I'll look into it. I haven't been able to find anything yet. But, yeah, I'm a firm believer that running a wood shop of any kind, you might as well dedicate about 15 to 20% of your time into repairing your tools, unless you're like super cool and you got somebody sponsoring you, which I obviously don't. Super cool if Harbor Freight would sponsor me. Just fill up the shop full of all Harbor Freight stuff. I wouldn't ever talk crap on them again. No, I wouldn't. Harbor Freight's amazing. Anyways, got to use my lathe for the first time today, and man, it was a lot of fun. What'd you make, Ryan? I told you it wasn't going to be long for you to use videos. Stuff's crazy. Like, it's addicting. Like, it'll sit there, and you'll think about it, like, I need to do that. It'll only take a couple minutes. And then the next thing you know, it's like 4 hours later, and everybody's mad at you. Lots of stuff from Harbor Freight, the Hercules stuff. It's great. Dude, I'm telling you, Robert, I got the Hercules sliding compound bevel back when it was like the parking lot sale and all that, and I had the coupon. and I ended up getting it like stupid dirt cheap. The thing is a powerhouse. The only complaint I have about it is the dust collection is crap on it. Matter of fact, I think in one of my videos the other day, uh, it just built up so much back pressure that the sack just yeeted off the back of it, which I don't think I've still picked it up yet. It can stay there. It's useless. But yeah, the Hercules tools they're insane. I'd like to get some more of them. You made a spindle, Ryan? It's awesome. What kind of wood did you use? You don't mind me asking. One of the funnest woods that I've found to turn so far, other than maple, is cedar, like the red cedar or aromatic cedar, whatever it is, like the purple core in the middle of it. That stuff is a blast, and I don't care what it is, whatever you make on the lathe with that stuff, it just turns out beautiful. All miter saws have a brutal guy on Etsy makes aftermarket collection. That's decent. Wasn't the greatest spindle, but was fun. Piece of scrap redwood. Oh, that redwood you had on there the other night was beautiful, man. We can't get that stuff over here. Just like we got bulk walnut and everything around here, we can't get the redwood around here. Yeah, maple. If you can get some of the red cedar or the aromatic cedar, I think it's what they call it everywhere else except from here. It's just cedar, but uh, the purple core in that, like it just turns insane. Like as soon as it's exposed to oxygen, like it's purple. And then once you start sanding on it, yeah, like you can just hold the sandpaper to the side of it, move it where you want, like the reverse sanding you're talking about. That's fun. Like you didn't think you could get that smooth with 120 grit until you put it on a lathe, and you're like, oh wow, that works. That's crazy. But I'm glad you're liking the lathe, man. I really am. I knew you was gonna like it as soon as you got it. Like, there's a few things that you can get in the wood shop, and everybody in the world is gonna be all for it. Like a paint booth, I don't want a paint booth in my shop. I probably need one outside for painting and staining, but I don't want it because I hate painting and staining almost as much as I hate sanding. Uh, a lathe, I've never seen somebody like, oh, good God, I don't want a lathe in my shop. We've got red cedar and yellow pine come out of our ears around here. Yeah, you're down like South Carolina, aren't you, Whittler? Later, Russell. Yeah, but cedar is a blast to turn on there. I heard that cedar is really fun to carve too. I could see that with the different collars and everything, the way that the collar follows it through the knots. But what the hell is that? Yeah, like I said, cedar, maple, stuff like that, super fun. I'm glad you got your lathe, man. That's awesome. Uh, you guys get any ideas like stuff that we should build or anything like that, or I should build? Let me know. Can't wait till the rotary comes in. I'm really stoked about that. It was supposed to be here today. I was hoping to play with it a little bit before I came out and done the live, but obviously, U.S. Postal Services let me down once again, so I won't have it until like probably the 14th or something. Yeah. Um, in the meantime, everybody check out Joe on the DIY Lemma, Woodworker's Dilemma. Uh, jump in that challenge if you can. More people, the merrier. My wife says I got a lathe and she'll be out using it. That's cool, man. I wish my wife would come out here and use my lathe too. It's a small enough shop we could bump into each other. You know what I mean? No, like my wife, honestly, she is super cool about this. She's constantly shooting me ideas on stuff that I should make. Not just stuff that she wants around the house or anything like that. Stuff that she thinks is really cool. And when it comes down for like the events, the shows, the crafting events and stuff like that, she's been there with me for every one of them. If I've got to knock out a bunch of stuff, she knows that I hate painting and I'm horrible at it. So she'll paint, she'll make bows, she'll stain. Uh, yeah, she's a G when it comes to that. See how awesome these lives are. Yeah, the lives are actually pretty different. I was way nervous, way like mucho nervous when I first started this. I was like, 2 people are gonna show up. It's gonna be me staring into a phone with 2 other people somewhere else in the world staring back at me like I'm a damn chimp in a zoo. You guys have been pretty cool about this. A lot of questions, a lot of information. Yeah, the more the merrier. Join the challenge. Yeah, Joe has got a. I thought I was actually subscribed to him and Amy Joe, and then once I got to looking around at the power carving and stuff, because I've seen them all, the Beard Viking and all of Ryan the 77 Rockets live streams, and I always carried on conversations with them. And I really thought that I was already subscribed to their channels, but when I got to looking around last night, I wasn't. So started checking them out and everything like that, and like they got some cool stuff. And then Electric Whittler, Josh, he was the one that told me about the challenge and all that stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, I got to get in on this. I have no, when it comes to technology, like my understanding of technology is salt tastes salty. I work with my hands, they're crusty, and before that I was a beat cop, so I'm still trying to figure out this whole technology thing. I was staring at my computer screen or my phone screen for a good 10 to 15 minutes right before I launched this live, praying to God that I had it done right so I didn't look like a jackass in front of like all 12 of y'all. But that being said, you guys sure know how to make a fat man feel happy. Here from Massachusetts. I'm trying to get here for this live. What's up, Joseph? Froelich? Is that how to pronounce that? Joseph Froelich? The tech is my nemesis. Yeah, man, I can't do it. Like, it's bad enough that I had to figure out how to G code and CAD and CAM and all that for the CNC. Like, whenever I got my CNC machine on, I literally called the company. I was like, I've got it plugged in and I pressed the play button and it's not making stuff. I don't think anyone would think that. Yeah. But, yeah, I called him. I was like, man, I can't get this thing to work. I pressed the button, it won't do it. He's like, did you do the G code and CAD and CAM? No. Like, I have no idea what that is. And then they explained it to me. I was like, I should probably learn that. So it took me a little bit, but I got that. And now, I mean, I can use that if I need to. But I still prefer the hand tools when I can. Like the chisels. Chisels are my thing, man. Like, I'll have all the coolest tools in the shop. All the new high-tech stuff. But I'll still keep old Krusty right here beside me because she hasn't failed me yet. So, I believe the most modern piece of tooling I have in there is a retractable tape measure. And if things ever go south, I'll know how to use that stuff to finish out an order or whatever I might need to do if something goes down. Like last night, in the video when my table saw went down, I know that a year ago I'd probably freaked out about that real bad, but last night when it went down, it was just another thing we had to get done with. Came out here today, 10-minute fix. Got an old chisel hot, cut a couple of grooves in it so the spindle would work again, blew out the inside of it and degreased it, and now it works better than new. So that Craftsman will run for another 20 years as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, thank you guys for the support, man. Like, you're really awesome. Like, it means a lot to me. I know I say that and like I sound like a broken record, but a year ago, well, hell, 6 months ago, this was just a thing of my wants. Like, I had no idea this was going to take off the way it did. I mean, 3 months and I'm monetized. I've got 1,700 people that check in from time to time to see what the hell I'm doing. That's insane. I don't know 1,700 people. Old Krusty. Yeah, you can't knock old Krusty, Bubby. Krusty works. It's them vintage tools, man. I tell you what, if somebody stocked me with vintage tools, I'd be happier than a pig in shit. I'd just take them all. They might need some WD-40, and I might need to smack them with a hammer every once in a while, but by God, they'll work. This was a gift, and I'm telling you right now, it was a gift from one of the superintendents at my school. He's also what he calls a Woody. I'm trying to tell him that we don't call each other Woodies, especially in public, but he don't really catch on that much. He's like, yeah, if you clean it up, it'll be a really good tool. I have not cleaned this thing. I have no intention of cleaning this thing. It works phenomenally. If anything, I'll squirt some grease in it and keep rolling on. But, yeah, like I said, you guys sure as hell know how to make a fat man feel good about himself. It's going better than I thought it would. Once again, Dave, Ryan, Bearded Viking, Josh, Joe, all you guys, Kat, appreciate the hell out of you guys kind of walking me through this stuff, helping me out. Like I said, I mentioned it in one of the Bearded Vikings live streams that I was wanting to go launch a YouTube, and I believe it was later that evening after speaking with Daniel that David from Timber Designs was messaging me, and the dude took care of me. He talked to me like he's known me my entire life. He walked me through this stuff, and like that was probably one of the more comforting things that pushed me in through it. Not shortly after that, I met up with Ryan. Ryan, I got your sticker slapped to the side of my table saw, by the way. Ryan sent me some stickers, man. He's been like talking me through this whole time. I try to be there for all of his lives. He's gave me shout outs, stuff like that, man. He's been a hell of a dude. But it is a very, once you get in it, it's a tight woodworking community. It's very, very, it's a niche, but it's an open, inviting niche. I'll say that. Woodworking on its own, like knowing, woodworking on YouTube is a niche market. I believe that's what me and Ardito were speaking about. And I mean, if you can get a couple thousand people to watch your videos about woodworking, you're doing pretty good. But on the upside down and the opposite end of the spectrum from that, there is chicks farting in jars on OnlyFans that are making 75 grand a year. So that's not really an option for everybody. So I'll take my couple thousand people that check out my videos and keep my dignity. It's a good community. You have help. Yes, I will say that this community is very helpful, and they're very supportive about each other. It's one of the things I've got written on my paper here in case I run out of stuff to talk about. What's it like being a low man on the totem pole when it comes to the whole woodworking thing? Like a kid in a candy store. I mean, it's awesome. Like all these guys that I was watching not even a year ago, like wondering like how in the hell do they do that? And I'll talk to them on like a regular basis. Like it's cool. Like I remember watching like Bearded Viking videos, and I was like, this guy's insane. And then I'd watch some like of the Timber Design. I was like, man, this dude's shop is so damn clean. He has to be faking this. And then like I'd watch his videos. I was like, dude, he's really doing that. And he's like smiling the whole time. He's not cussing or smashing stuff off there like I'd be. Dude, talked to him online one time. Ever since then, I don't think there's been a week go by. Matter of fact, I don't think there's been 2 or 3 days go by that I haven't spoke with this guy. So he's awesome. Ryan, I run things by him all the time. He gives me ideas. I run with him. And here as of recently, so I met Josh and Joe and all them like that, and they're giving me stuff. So as far as being the low man on the totem pole, it's awesome. I feel like I'm walking amongst the greats, so it's pretty cool stuff. But all good things must come to an end. I am not retiring by any means, but this live stream's been going for about an hour now. And you guys have been phenomenal. So if you guys got anything you need to ask or anything like that, let it rip. Any suggestions, let it rip. But I'll be ending this stream here in probably about the next 5-6 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to catch up on some of this. Looking live around 6,000 subs. Who guys live is going to be more content. Looking at a live around 6,000 subs. So, oh yeah, man. You should totally go for it. I figured it'd be like me and 3 other people, one of them being my mom checking this out. Whittler, yeah, I'm actually talking to the tech guy at our school about making me a batch of stickers. Like he's supposed to be pretty cool at it, and some of the stuff he does. So I'm hoping that I'll have some stickers out. Like I'm thinking, like the Whacking Shack got wood or something derogatory for that matter, but still clean. Yeah, so hopefully that works out. Every time I think of Austin, I had this much. Yeah, Ryan, the support from everybody in this is insane. Like I never really thought that. For some reason, I just envisioned it'd be like a rat race, and we'd all be in it for ourselves. But it's not. So I'm pretty cool with that. Thanks for coming, Walker. My mom's like YouTube. Yeah, I was gonna ask that. Is there like a scan or a QR code or something like that for YouTube? Like I don't know. Like you're not the first person to mention that to me about make sure you put a QR code on there so people can scan it and take it directly to your page. Or it could very well be in front of me and I wouldn't know, but I haven't found a QR code on YouTube yet to direct people to this. If one of you scholar fellers could point me in the direction of that, I'd be much appreciated. Papa Woody. Yeah, like my kid named my shop, dude. My 5-year-old boy. He was like, "Hey, Dad, we're gonna go out to the shack and whack stuff." And I was like, "Yeah," and he's like, "It's the Whacking Shack." I was like, "That sounds horrible. We're using that." And like, it's great whenever I go to like give out stuff for donations for churches or anything like that because I mean they got to announce everybody's business and they're like, such and such charcuterie board was provided and donated by Mike DeLauder and the Whacking Shack, and you hear all those little church ladies giggling in the corners. Awesome. Okay, I should be able to generate one on my channel now. Check it out. Yeah, Joe, this definitely won't be the last. I don't think I'll do them like super frequent or anything like that. Maybe one every couple of weeks or something like that, once a week if I get a whole lot more people following and stuff like that. But this one was mainly just to get it out of the way and get to pick y'all's brains and associate with y'all a little bit. I mean, we back and forth in people's comments and stuff like that. And I mean, I've seen you guys in your videos, you've seen me in my videos, but like we haven't really got to talk to each other. We had no validation for our opinions of each other and stuff like that. Had to check out the first. Had to check out the first live. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a good point, dude. I've got like a million messages and stuff, man, of people that have like taken some of like the ideas that I've had on here and put their own little twist and flavor on them. Like I got a guy from, I think it's Wales or somewhere over across the river. Like he sent me a picture of like 40 of these owls that he's made, and he used like the design that I made and everything like that. And he tweaked it a little bit. It's like creepy but super cool at the same time. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And like I've got a guy from, I believe it was Africa. He was making the lanterns, the moonshine lanterns that I made, and he was calling them something completely different. But stuff like that is why I done this. And I mean, to see that stuff go worldwide, and I mean, it's awesome. So, kind of like a happy dad without, the offspring, or without the offspring being in possession of someone else half the world away. You get what I'm saying, damn it. I always thought the Whacking Shack was in reference to Beavis and Butthead. Dude, you're not the only one. You boys in yonder shed a whacking. Yeah, the principal at the school that I work for has literally said that like 3 or 4 times now, and it's funnier than hell every time I hear him say it. Whacking off in the woods. Yes. I don't know how I've got in there. Oh. Yeah, the impact's great. Like, still got people messaging me for plans, and I don't care to send them out and stuff like that. Like, I've had people message me and ask for some weird stuff, and I kind of like threw it away. I had a lady message me and ask me for a baby food jar of my sawdust. I don't really know if that's going to go through, but I kind of like chapter 13 that real quick. But yeah, like on one hand, I actually hate technology. I cannot stand technology for anything. But on the opposite end, the reach that it's given us to where we can reach out and meet other people it's absolutely insane. If it wouldn't have been for technology, I wouldn't be like literally talking to you guys right now. But I don't think I would have worked up the gumption to actually jump on here and do this. So for the next live, whenever it may be, I don't know if I'm gonna do like kind of like a build along or what. No, not red cedar dust, just sawdust. If they were wanting the red cedar, I figured it'd be because it's aromatic. But I think she just wanted some of my sawdust, and it's kind of creepy. But no, I don't know. I might do like a build along or something like that in the next video, or I don't know. But I really want to get this out and say thanks to all you guys and let you guys know that I really appreciate it regardless. So I don't know how many people this topped out at we had in here today. I think at one point we had like 14 or 17, which, like I said, is leaps and bounds further than what I had. But go live while you're building stuff. Yeah, I might do that. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that would really hurt the monetization because I come unglued quite often. Like the other day I put a screw through the fat part of my thumb, and I'm pretty sure I might have spoke tongues for a minute. So I don't think that YouTube needs that. Yeah, I do need a moderator. I seen the little pop-up thing that popped up whenever I first put in there that I was going to do a live today, and it was like, you might need a moderator. And I was like, I might need to know how to do a damn live first. So I guess a moderator's a thing to come. Hopefully, I don't know. Most part, I'm assuming my audience is pretty cool, straightforward people. Yeah, look forward to the next one too. Maybe in the next one or something we might do like a smaller build along, something like that. But thank you guys for coming, man. It means a lot to me. Kind of got the weight off my shoulders as I was thinking about it, thinking that it was just going to be god-awful. Click on a name, then you can select moderator. Oh, cool. I might do that. If anybody's interested in being a moderator, let me know. What's up, Kat? Glad you made it. Ladies and gentlemen, all 11 of you that are in here, this is a Kat that I was talking about earlier. She's a pretty cool chick. Just got to give credit where it's due. Most of you guys already know her, but I haven't really got to thank her on here yet. Face to not face, however you want to say it. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for showing up. So, I always hate it whenever whoever I'm watching the live just like cuts out and dips. So, I'll leave it up to you guys for a few minutes. You guys want to talk about stuff, I'll chime in. But other than that, I'm just here reading the comments. Y'all take the wheel from here. Oh no, you good, Kat? Later, Joseph. No, you're good, Kat. It was didn't really miss a whole lot. This is the first one, working out the kinks and all that, trying to get rid of the whole stage right thing. See if I could perform in front of a crowd of people. Well, like 3 people staring at me like I was a chimp in a zoo. So. Is she? I seen her moderating everybody else. I didn't know what the deal was with that. I'll message her here in a little bit. Whittler, thanks for coming in. Once that rotary gets in here, brother, I'll message you. I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna have to have some pointers on this damn thing. You done messed up. I seen it on video that you know how to do it, so I'm gonna bum information off you. Thank you, Ryan. It means a lot. Let me know when your next one is. I'll show up for it. Later, Joe. Thank you. Thank you, Ryan. Later, Paul. Be there Wednesday. Everybody check out Ryan's live on Wednesday. I've been brushing up on the YouTube videos a little bit, Whittler. I definitely am a giant fan of the wood spirits, just because they kind of like look like my grandpa. He had the crazy looking beard with the braids and stuff like that, and braided hair, so something I'd like doing. But I'm gonna put a little bit of a twist on them, you know. Yeah, I am going to try to start carving. I'm going to attempt to start carving. A couple of the guys in here, I won't point any fingers, but Joe and Josh, they make that shit look real easy. Then Aunt Joe, she makes it look real easy. And been watching this guy, Jordy Creates or something like that online. That guy, I guess he had like a traumatic brain injury or something like that. And he just like carves insane stuff all day, and like he's really good at it. So I've been watching that, and it's pretty cool. Heck yeah, baby. Send me the link, please. I want everyone to TBI Thriver. What's up, Kevin? Came in at the end of it, man, but it's always good to have you. Everything's going good. Just about done with the first live, man. It's went way better than I thought it was. I just want to really thank everybody that kind of been helping me out and all that stuff like that. Hope I can get into... Yeah. This was like kind of a mad dash thing, Michael. I had to message like pretty much everybody that's still left in here and ask them how to set up a live to begin with. And I was freaking out real bad because I couldn't get the notify me thing to pop up on any of them. So next time I do one, I'll probably give like, I don't know, 3 days of notice in advance. That way you guys can get in here. $19 likes. It means I had at least 19 people in here. I'll take it. Yeah, Kevin, go check out the Bearded Viking Woodworks Facebook page. Good group of people in there, man. They will give you as much advice. You guys, anybody that's left in here, Kevin just commented that he's a woodworker on YouTube as well. Want to know if there's any tips or tricks or anything like that. Kevin, how many subscribers you got, man? If you don't mind me asking. I don't know if in YouTube etiquette that's like asking a woman her weight or age or anything like that. $466, man. You already got to jump on everybody. Long story short, I launched my channel. First video, put it on the Bearded Viking channel, all that stuff like that. It was like a month and a half later, I'd already met the 1,000 subs, and like it's all just downhill from there, or uphill from there, man. Like there's a good group of people. All the people that I've met that are in this chat right now are from that group, and like it's the kind of people that you don't have to ask for help. They'll jump in and give it to you just to see if you need it. Timber Designs, David's a good dude, Ryan's a good dude. Everybody that's in here, good people. So if any of the icons or anything, I got message them in. Just follow them. Just be like an empty glass. Take all the information you can. Yeah, and if you got anything that I can help you with, man, feel free to like holler out, check me out. Mike DeLauder on Facebook. My email's on the site information and stuff like that. But yeah, if you're wanting to grow a channel, if you're wanting to get into a good community of people, you've found it. These people here, they're that 1K milestone, man. It will be there faster than you think. Ask Ryan. I put my video out, and it was like the first 2 or 3 days, I popped 100 subs, and I thought that I was shitting in tall cotton. And to me, I was, and yeah, like I thought that was great. I was like, holy hell, there's 100 people that subscribed to watch me do this. And then I got the itch, and then I had to pursue it a little bit harder, and I took notes and listened to everybody like that. And I believe it was like a month and a half, maybe 2 months, I popped that 1K sub mark, and it was like, holy hell, now I got to get to 2,000 subs. So don't wish it away. If anything, go with Ryan 77 Rockets mantra. Like, he could have hit 1,000 subs a long time ago, but he wanted to improve and put out more quality than quantity. And a lot of people don't do that. They just want to keep spamming just videos of things that everybody's seen over that. And he actually goes through the paces on his production and all that stuff and makes killer videos. And I think he recently just hit 1,000 subs, but he's got like a massive following, and like he does really, really good production. It's not like something you would expect from somebody that just now hit 1,000 subs. Like, I've still got to work on my production quality and everything else. Like, the lighting in here is horrible. Sound in here is horrible. I'm sure that you guys are deafened from the rain falling on a metal roof. But, yeah. Kevin, is Kevin's Woodworking your actual channel? Oh, man, they're not kind words of the truth, Ryan. You guys have helped me out more than you guys know. And, like, I'll be the first one to give credit where it's due. I'll tell you what, Kevin, I don't have a moderator, so I don't know how to do it. If you got a channel, go ahead and post it in here, man. Yeah, Timber Designs is just a beast with his following. Damn Canadians. Thank you, David. But, Kevin, if you got a link, go ahead and feel free to like post it in here so everybody can see it. Well, everybody, I say that like there's masses in here. Oh, you're already at 12? That's awesome, dude. You just hit like 1,000 like a week ago or something like that, didn't you? Or something like that. Kevin's Woodworking is your actual. All right, I'll check it out, man. I say I think that I just hit 1,700, and like it just dawned on me when I said that that's stupid close to like 2,000, which is almost my mark. Like and another hell with it while we're on here. Has anybody else noticed that you can like make something that's completely and super cool for your videos, and then like you might get 600 views. But you can make something that's almost like remedial that you are embarrassed to put out. And it's like everybody and their brother will look at it. Like, I don't get it. I don't know if the link will work, but there it is. Yeah, I'll check it out, Kevin. Yeah. Relatability, yeah, that could be it. Like, I don't know what other people relate to. Like, I don't know if... I guess I just don't know my audience. Let's say it like that. I don't really know what they want to see. That's why I'm always asking. I don't know if they're wanting me to make like a farmhouse table, or if they're wanting me to make like a whiskey locker with a damn tambour door on it, or if they're wanting me to make like intricate little pumpkins made out of fence planks. Like, I know that things that are more cheaper price will sell, but I just didn't know if that's what people wanted on like actual YouTube. So that's the constant battle for me. I don't really know what's relatable to my audience, and I guess when it comes down to that, that's my fault. What do you love making? Sandwiches. I love sandwiches. No, I like anything on the lathe. I really always thought that power carving was cool. My big thing is boxes. Like, I really like boxes. Like, the more intricate and crazy, the different. And I love to do resin, like resin cutting boards, resin bowls, and stuff like that. The only thing is where the weather here is just so hit and miss in Southern Ohio. Like, it's either going to be 1,010 degrees outside, or it's going to be like 45 and raining. So it's not like the greatest environment to pour resin. I mean, it is if you got a controlled environment, but obviously I'm in a tool shed, so I don't. But I'd say right now, like, boxes and lathe work are my favorite. But I just like anything that's different. So it's kind of hard for me to sum it all up. Like I said earlier, I don't ever want to be a master of any one thing, but I do want to be the jack of all trades. What do you love? Yeah, I've tried the polls, David. The only thing that I really got them to fill out is they wanted me to make a trebuchet. So as soon as I guess we hit that mark, I'm going to have to make a trebuchet and terrorize my neighbors. Yeah, sandwiches are a good thing, aren't they, Whittler? A little bit of ham, a little bologna, cold cut combo. You know what I'm talking about. I'm a big mammal. You don't get this big by not liking sandwiches. So your niche is projects that are different. That works. Well, I guess, yeah, it could be. I don't like doing the same thing that everybody else is doing. I don't like doing the same thing that people have seen a million times. Like, I don't know. Like, I really, when I first got into it, like, boxes were awesome, and then as I started exploring YouTube, I'm like, holy hell, everybody is making boxes. New Fight Steak. New Fight Steak? What the hell? Bologna for... Oh, I got you, yeah. Kevin, my Facebook, the shop Facebook is The Whacking Shack. And then my actual, my personal Facebook is Michael DeLauder. It's a picture of me and my wife. I look like me without a beard and a ponytail. I think I'm wearing a white shirt. I don't know. You'll find it. Some at Ohio doesn't know how to make a real sub. Have to make my own. Yeah, Kat, I keep forgetting you're from Ohio. Where are you from up here anyways? Or up there. Can't be no further south than me. Newfie. Yeah, okay. I gotta get hip on this Canadian lingo, man. I'm from Lawrence County. It's by far the taint of Ohio. It's right where West Virginia and Kentucky meet. Right there in the old crotch. Oberlin? Okay, yeah. There's actually a few people on this page that are from here local in the tri-state area. Yes, definitely apply for the Bearded Vikings Facebook group. Man, that guy will. And he's very personal. The guy's got like 120,000 or something like that followers on or subs on YouTube, and then like I'm wanting to say like 200,000 or something. I don't know, or 2,000. He got a whole damn bunch of people following him on Facebook, and he'll still talk to you like he's known you your whole life. He's a real knowledgeable dude. He's down to earth. Judging from his live streams, I probably wouldn't talk foully about any of his pets though, because he will come and gloat over that shit. Yeah, he commented on my first video that I made, and like I had people call me like, "Dude, that guy that you talk about, he commented on your shit." Like I just met Elvis or something. I was like, "Yeah, it's crazy. I know. I'm screenshotting it now." Meat church rubs. Y'all got meat church up there? I'm telling you, as soon as this house is done, I don't care if there's 3 foot of snow on the ground. I am putting a pizza in my smoker, and it is going down. I don't know if you find people have ever smoked a pizza, but that's a life-changing experience. You need to smoke a pizza. Yeah, the rubs are insane. Kind of pricey down here though. But yeah, those guys, they got some stuff. Never had another smoked pizza. What's up? It is the best pizza that you'll ever eat in your life. I am telling you. Kevin, I am 38, bub. Cat, you can get the cheapest damn Red Baron pizzas you can find or whatever. Throw them in your smoker with some hickory or whatever. And I'm telling you right now, it's going to cook and it's going to be amazing. It won't burn. The cheese will kind of get browned up a little bit. The bottom will be that perfect crust, that crisp. Oh, God. And you can never just make one of them because your kids will gorge themselves. Yeah. Daniel is like a woodworking celebrity, and rightfully so. Like, I mean, I've got, of course, nothing bad to say about the man. He helped me get my take off, but when he pops up on like your comments or your streams or he messages you back, it's still that whole holy damn it, that guy's here. He messaged me. So yeah, Daniel is like a woodworking ninja. Smoked pizza is worth it. Oh, 100%. Yeah, it's done, man. Yeah, just like a wood-fired oven for guys that don't have a wood-fired oven. But then again, I guess a smoker is kind of a wood-fired oven. Oh, Kevin, you're 21, man. Congrats. Life just got real, bro. Happy late birthday, I reckon. Yeah. If you're wanting to actually get your channel off the ground, in this live alone, I mean, that might be the whole purpose for this life, to help somebody else out. Go check out Bearded Vikings, subscribe, which you said you already did. Pop in on his lives, man. Pop in on 77 Rockets lives. All those guys, they will take care of you. They will help you out. They will make you feel right at home. Yeah, it's a good crowd, man. So hopefully by the next time I launch another live, I'll have actual Wi-Fi in range of my shop, because I'm doing it with the phone method right now. I watched a Woodworker's DIY limo last night, and that kind of sporked me up to pumping that out. And I was like, hell with it, I'll just do it with my phone. He can do it, I can do it. And it turned out pretty good. But next time I'll have a laptop with me so I can kind of stay up to date on your comments as they come in. I'm not doing like the super old lady reaching across trying to get to the tripod. It always says timber. I missed something. No, I've never made my own jerky in a smoker. That would be super cool, though. But with that being said, it's been an hour and 35 minutes of a live stream that I expected was going to go about 5-6 minutes. Both welcome me with open arms. Yes, they do. They're good people. And, I mean, I will shout that from the mountaintops. I really thought this was going to be kind of like a rat race community to see who can get to the top. But it's not very often that people that are pretty much already at the top are reaching down to help people that are starting out, and that's exactly what happened here. Bearded Viking himself isn't here, so, I mean, it might fall on deaf ears, but that guy was instrumental in me launching my YouTube channel. So was Ardito, so was Ryan, and everybody that I've talked to in between here, they have done more than what normal people would to help me out and get in here, and I can't thank them enough. But with that being said, it's an hour and 37 minutes into a stream that I thought was going to last about 4 minutes until I realized that it was just me and 2 other people staring at each other. Looks like I got 19 likes on this one. It means I had at least 19 people in here at one time. Y'all feel free to laugh at me for a few minutes. Hold on, let me read this. I don't want to cut him off. Facebook, on my channel. Please let me know. I can prove I unfortunately got a bad sinus infection and bronchitis. I mean, iffy videos don't matter. If it means anything to you, I was like super down on it probably about 2 weeks ago. Video of my life, and I decided to just leave the video up, and that way I could build and show people that one difference would make a difference. I'll check out your channel as soon as I'm out of here, man. Thanks for stopping by. Good stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, peace. Love y'all. God bless. I'm out. And I think that's how I do it. Jesus, God. I'm just going to keep pressing buttons. I found it. I'm out. Later, y'all.